Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Tempting Fate. This is technically the last Lifetime movie in that is currently available as of this quarter. I think there's a few more being added. They don't seem to last long. Like a couple months back when I did, there were so many Christmas things, and a majority of them were Lifetime Channel Christmas movies, so Christmas romance movies, and I had them all stacked up. I was going to spend a month mixing in all the regular new Disney stuff, Christmas stuff, along with what seemed like every Lifetime Christmas movie in existence. And then halfway through the month, they moved them all exclusively to Hulu, and well, I couldn't review them, and I had to mess around with my whole schedule. But this is the last one. And if I wasn't doing Predator films, I'd only have one more movie left. Let's say if we ended after the end of March. I'm not going to do that. I still have a number of months to go. So we have two more Predator movies, and we also just finished this, and then we have one more movie, and that's a movie starring Lindsay Lohan, which I won't tell you what it is, but it's the only Lindsay Lohan movie that's on Disney Plus that I haven't watched yet. It's actually the first film. I've already watched the sequel. It doesn't matter. I'm sure it'll be picked at some point, very soon, at random. So what do we get here? We get as a Lifetime movie, no Christmas involved. And you can tell it's a romance. There's some temptation here. They're tempting fate. Stars Alyssa Milano. You know her from Who's the Boss, and she's done lots of other stuff since. But I grew up watching Who's the Boss, and well, yeah, that's what I know her for. I've even met her. She, believe it or not, she came to my comic shop a number of years ago. Did a signing for a comic book that she wrote. Yeah, I don't know if she co-wrote it. I have it. It's a little hardcover. I should have brought it with me, but yeah, met her, got my picture taken with her. So for buying her book. So I don't know what happened to that book, but I think it was like a one-off. Either way, she's acting, and this is from 2019. This might have been after I met her. I'm not sure. 2019. It's an hour and 28 minutes long, and yeah, it is set in Vermont, I guess, somewhere around there, the Northeast. And I'm going to give you I'm going to spoil some plot points. It's odds are you're never going to watch this movie if you have no interest in watching it. My job here isn't to convince you to watch it, but I'm going to give you some thoughts on things, just in case you were going to watch it. It's about a woman who is in a marriage that is summed up pretty quickly during a makeout scene in the first few seconds of the episode. She and her husband are in bed, and they're about to get it on, and just when it's getting hot and heavy, and there's nothing like explicit or anything, but he mentions, can't even remember how he worded it, but it totally kills the mood. They've had for a number of years. They've had a struggle with the fact that she wanted more kids and he did not, and he got a vasectomy without telling her. Yes, this is somehow explained in the first few minutes of the movie, and she's resented him ever since. They already have two daughters, and they're teenagers. I think at least the older one is. The younger one might be like 12 or something, but they're teenagers with all the things that come with a teenager. But she was he ruins the mood by bringing something up that really ticks her off. And he's always off at work. He's always doing other things. He has to change plans in order, even though they have something planned because of work. And they love each other. They absolutely do. People have their ups and downs, and she's frustrated. She's for the most part a stay-at-home mom, raising the girls while dad has to take off every so often. But she also has her own side gig kind of thing that she's really building into something good. She refurbishes old furniture, and yeah, it's got a woman who's not just a homemaker, and not just a businesswoman. She's a mix of all the kind of things that I think a lot of us would like to do. It's not even a gender thing. It's just like, man, it wouldn't be great to be able to do the thing I love and maybe make a living off of it and still find time for my family. Well, she's frustrated with her husband, and she is frustrated, especially when he takes the girls off for a daddy-daughter camping trip with some neighbor friends of theirs. That he brings his daughters as well, and the moms just basically get to hang out together. And they go to apparently a grown-up party, like, I don't know what it is. It's just like people drinking wine and just hanging out and dancing on the patio, hoping to, or these middle-aged men with bad tans, and they try to meet divorced women. I don't know, so but who are in their 40s. So yeah, it's the normal adult things you do. So, and she has to be, convinced to go out a little bit, but she goes out, has a fun time, and immediately runs into a handsome young man named Matt, and that's Matt. You see right there. This is actually not even a shot. It doesn't even seem like it's a shot from the episode, from the movie, I should say, from the movie, but it's the promo shot, and yes, he's handsome. Got the Superman kind of quality to him. I could see him. He could have probably tried out for the Superman role. I don't know how old he actually is. In this, he states that he's 33, so he's a little bit younger. Hitting on and flirting with it's an older woman at 42, and she's not hating it, but she's like makes it very clear she's married, and but they have a nice repartee, and he has an idea for. He turns out he's a big deal guy, kind of guy. He does social media company or something, and he does stuff for foster kids. He's just all around seems like a really great guy. So this is not what I suspected it would have been, where it's Lifetime and all these other type of movie channels where the women meet the wrong guy and he turns out to be this creep, a monster, and then she gets trapped. There's one actually on Disney Plus called Trapped in Her Dorm Room. So that might be coming up sometime soon in the next few months. But, there's always some sort of creep that he turns out to be. After being the perfect guy, he's awful and then abuses her and she has to fight to get away. That's not this thing at all. In fact, our protagonist, as I've basically said, yes, there is an affair. Our protagonist is kind of the villain, and she kind of has to remind everybody. Towards the latter half of the film, almost every time she's in a scene with her husband, she has to say that she's a horrible person, and she apologizes, and it just seems repetitive after a while. Even while she's like, oh yeah, I didn't want to ruin that part too much, but it has to be said. Why would there be a thing? It wouldn't be so interesting if it was just a one-time, hookup, and she might not have told him, and then you don't have a movie that way. So, remember, husband has a vasectomy, can't have more kids. She discovers she's pregnant after just this one time they hooked up on a desk she refurbished in her barn. I don't know. She got a barn. She got a separate building. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Hookup city, and she got pregnant. And so things start coming out of the bag. I don't tend to like these types of films at all. These are not made for me. This is not meant to entertain me. I don't necessarily find this topic thrilling or interesting at all. Alyssa is certainly interesting to me, but I have to admit that the doctor's appointment, if you only watch it for just the doctor's appointment, by the way, she does have some pitch perfect kind of delivery in this. In her relationship with her kids, she has a pretty good repartee with her girls when they are just being teenagers. So that was a hint that she's just not, I'm a housewife who is frustrated and now I will cheat with handsome man. And it's not by the book necessarily. By the way, it's based on a book by, I had it written down. Uh, well, it's directed by co-directed by Kim Raver and Manu Boyer. I don't know, but I don't know why I can't find the writer. Jennifer Maisel, but I don't think that's the writer of the book. So anyway, Gabby, which is her name, Gabby goes to the doctor, and the doctor says, "Oh, you're pregnant! Congratulations!" And her delivery of these lines, when it comes to her reacting to this discovery, is it feels like it was written as comedy, but not in a bad way. This is obviously a drama. This is not a comedy in any way, but her delivery. It's not. I can't say it's sitcom-y, but it would fit with a sitcom, without being just waiting for the laugh track or Tony Danza to say something crazy. But no, it's not that. God, can you imagine if she got pregnant in Who's the Boss when she was that young? That would turn into a drama. We're not going to talk about that. We're not thinking about that at all. But yeah, Sam. But yeah, her reaction to finding out she's pregnant is really well done. Again, this is not made for me. I fully expected to hate this. It's not got good reviews. I'm just saying, this is. But so she's doing the job. She's not just walking through the role, which is kind of great. And yes, but she does have to once she has to confess the facts that she's pregnant, because eventually she's going to start showing. She has to tell her husband, and yes, it destroys the family. What I will not tell you is how this ends, because yes, she has to reveal things, not just to her husband, but to her daughters, and even to Matt. Hey, Matt, what do you think about being a dad? You ever gonna be a dad someday? It's not for me, man. I just really, sorry. So she's put in a number of different situations, and yeah. And her husband obviously does not take it well. But does she end up a single mom with two daughters who hate her? Is she gonna be with Matt? Is she gonna somehow find forgiveness with her husband and work it all out? It's really strange. For me it was an unexpected ending, even though it telegraphs it pretty early on. Yeah, not early on, but it telegraphs it in the reactions to certain people over the story after she starts getting bigger. So, by the way, it was the perfect round fake belly, I think, that they chose for this. Yeah. I don't know. It didn't look. I mean, I've seen plenty of pregnant women. They weren't necessarily. She wasn't necessarily. It doesn't look fake. It's like a perfect round egg. I don't know what I was expecting, spikes or whatever to pop out of it. It just, foot jamming out there every so often. No, that's not the case. But no. So, if you are interested in these types of films, I can't say it's bad. It's just not of any interest to me. I would have never watched this. Lovely Alyssa Milano or not, I never would have watched this. But I do. She does make it entertaining. And not just, because she's pretty, but she's funny in a movie that isn't funny. And it's not an accidental funny. So, just so you're aware, it's not like accidental, inappropriate funny or accidental embarrassing funny. It's funny. She knows how to deliver a line. It's not like she's not been doing it her entire life, practically. So, yeah, give it a shot. I can't say you're going to love it. This is not your thing, but if you're in that, if you're in those Hallmark and Lifetime, obviously, and other types of movies with romantic tragedy or whatever, you might get a kick out of it. But yes, otherwise, just keep watching the stuff you like to watch on Disney Plus. 49. 49. 49. Okay. We got a documentary, which is not unusual because we have a lot of documentaries. But I think this is not a series. I think it's just a one-off. So it's probably going to be about 45 minutes. We'll find out when we watch Lost in the Jungle. So, yeah. I'm not really sure what it's about other than it taking place in a jungle. But, yeah, we'll find out tomorrow. Lost in the Jungle, probably a National Geographic thing on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.